Hey guys, we're here at Mash Elite and we're going to show you a few of the ankle mobility drills that we do. We do a lot of these in warm-up and some of them in our downtime after training too, just to improve our mobility. We use the Rogue Voodoo bands a whole lot. Anything we do with these though, if you have just a normal resistance band, you can usually wrap it around the area too. So the first one we're going to do is for Achilles. And you get around the top of your shin, right under your knee, right above the calf. And you just wrap the voodoo band in a straight line. Really tight too. You'll notice I'm really pulling, getting a lot of tension on it. And just get it in a pretty straight band right there around the top of the calf. Putting a lot of tension on the band. Then from here, you can either do this yourself or you can have somebody else come and do it for you. But you want to take and force your ankle through the entire range of motion. You can do this too. You can stand up, do a few squats, and really push your knee and let your knee track over your toes. You can leave the band on until your foot and the area below the band starts to get kind of ghosty white. Alright, I'll have to start over for the other one because I have to read.
Alright, so to continue our ankle mobility drills, Caleb's going to demonstrate. You put some weight on the bar and you set the bar right behind your knee, as close to your knee as you can. And then you hold it, try and keep a vertical spine and force your heels into the ground while you're pushing your knees over your toes. Gets a good stretch in your Achilles tendon, calves.
Alright, another one of the drills we do with the voodoo bands for the ankle is we wrap it a lot closer to the ankle. And I actually do this one a lot. You start high up just below the calf and get a really tight wrap around your Achilles, going all the way down to the ankle and then across the ankle. Then when you get down to the ankle, just come across around the bottom of your foot and keep wrapping. Putting a lot of tension on the band, just like with the other. But these, you want to get these really tight. That way you get a lot of compression and restriction of the blood flow to the area. Then with this, you do the same type of stuff that you do with the other one, where you force yourself through your range of motion. And this one, I like to get up and do some exaggerated lunges out over my toe, pull it back, do some squats, and again, just forcing it through the range of motion. And both of these voodoo drills too, you can do with both ankles wrapped at the same time or with bands around both calves. That's a really good thing that we do. That way everything stays symmetric and you don't have to do two different sets of voodoo. That's it. This one.
You can just leave that on.
Another thing we do with the resistance bands and a plate. You put your foot on the plate, put the band around the base of your ankle, so pull back against you, and really let that ankle sink down into it. Our last little thing for ankle mobility is we put the resistance band. You can use however thick a one you want. Wrap around the rack towards the bottom like this. And just going to get it. And notice too, I've got the voodoo band wrapped around my ankle. You can do this with or without this, but you just get a little bit of extra if you wrap the voodoo band around. So we can get the resistance band down around the bottom of the top of our ankle. And then depending on how mobile you are, you can put your other foot anywhere. I step pretty far out in front. And then what you want to do is you're going to have your heel hanging off the back of this plate. And you're going to be pushing your heel towards the ground, keeping the opposite leg straight, and then try to force your knee over your toe at the same time. You can step out as far as you need to go. And the whole time, you're trying to force that working leg, the heel down towards the floor, and the knee over the toe. But keep this other leg straight and try and stay vertical.
Alright, so this is a drill we use for shoulder mobility for front rack position. You put the bar behind your neck, and depending on how mobile you are, you move your hands in and out. Scuba is pretty mobile, so he can stand to bring his hands in a little bit. And what you do is you keep the bar on your back and force your elbows as high as possible. It forces your shoulders forward and stretches in the back and gets you ready for the rack position. If you're really immobile, this will help you a lot. And that's what we use for shoulder mobility rack position.